Hello everyone, welcome to Virtual Concert Halls. Today's presentation is Hunter Mill Music Studio Live. We're presenting performances of piano students of the Hunter Mill Music Studio, and all of that is going to be happening in real time. These are not recorded performances. These are real performances in real time by music students. And here at Hunter Mill Music Studio, we really put a lot of our emphasis on live performances and on learning new technologies and new ways of performing, so everyone will be on this virtual stage. Just a quick look to the year back when we just started. Let's see what it looked like. And now I'm going to start welcoming on virtual stage our students. The concert will be started by Jason Pan, who is 12, and welcome Jason on stage. Bravo, Jason, standing ovation. What a fabulous performance of this very challenging piece. You worked so hard. Why is it worth it? What do you like about this piece?
Yeah, I think since this piece is based off an opera, I think I like the communication of the voices, and I work to express the voices through the music.
This is beautiful. Beautiful answer, and you really did it. I could hear and see all those characters in there. Fantastic job, Jason. Thank you so much for preparing this mammoth piece and performing it so beautifully. And now we'll be moving on to one of our youngest members of the studio, Jack Nossaman, just turned 7. Welcome on stage. What a beautiful use of pedal, Jack, and you're enjoying this grand sound, aren't you? I know you have a project. Looking very much forward to seeing and hearing what it is. It's got to be a surprise.
Well, this is what I feel about music. I see a lot of color in it, and a lot of patterns, a lot of big patterns.
Can we have that full screen at all possible? I want to see those colors. Oh my goodness, this is brilliant love for music. Our theme of the project for the end of the year recital is My Love for Music. I can feel it bright and strong. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jack. That was a beautiful project. I enjoyed seeing it a lot. Okay, now we're moving on to one of our veterans of the studio. Michelle Shu was with us for almost 10 years. Probably, no, 10 years or even maybe more. Michelle, welcome on virtual stage. I'm with those applause to you, Michelle. What a fabulous performance of excruciatingly difficult piece. You make it look like it's easy. And I know just yesterday you performed this virtually in the Colburn School Zepper Concert Hall. Tell us a little bit about that.
I went to like the seminar, like a virtual piano seminar, and it was actually a lot of fun.
Speak louder. We want to hear what you say. We want to hear your story.
I went to like a virtual piano seminar at Colburn, and I like attended a lot of like master classes, and actually it was a lot of fun.
That's great. And this piece is really unusual. What do you like about it most?
I like that like there's a lot of harmonies that are like non-traditional or something, but they all sound really nice.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much, Michelle, for a brilliant performance and for all this energy and drama. This was great to hear you. And now we'll be welcoming on stage again one of our younger members of the studio. Let's welcome Mia. That's a great performance. Thank you, Mia, very much. And just for everyone who is logging in to hear us now and didn't hear the opening, the beginning of it, this is the end of the year students' recital of the Hunter Mill Music Studio. And at the end of the year, we also have students' projects. The theme of the project is My Love for Music, and students are encouraged to express it through any means, any medium, any form. In the past, we had poems, dances, compositions, some even animations, paintings, all kinds of different performances. And we don't know what those projects are. Students keep them secret and only show them to everyone else in the faculty of the Hunter Mill Music Studio at the recital. And now I can't wait to see what Mia prepared. You have a project, right?
Yeah. Okay. So for this year's project, I have a Lego piano that is connected to Bluetooth that I made with my dad. So I'll just demonstrate one piece. It's going to be The Entertainer by Scott Joplin.
Okay. Yeah, technology. We will wait. Don't worry. We're not going to miss that. That's quite a project. Wow. It plays pretty well, but I think you play better. Yeah, thank you. That was a fabulous, fabulous project. And thank you, Mia's dad. Can we have applause to the engineer and helper of this fabulous project? I'm sure it took a lot of love. Thank you, Mia, very much. We'll be inviting on stage our next presenters, and this will be Wesley and Bradley Zhao. They both are 12, and they prepared something really special. I'm not going to even spill the beans. Welcome on stage. bravo, bravo. Keep bowing. This was phenomenal. This is a saber dance by Kachaturian. And your brothers, do you fight when you have to play together, an ensemble?
Yes, we yell at each other every day.
Do you have sabers for that? No? How do you do that? No, I'm just teasing you. It took a lot of cooperation. I'm sure you were really cooperative with each other to learn this piece, right? You don't need to mute, unmute. Our producers do that for you. Just focus on my question.
Okay.
So, did you fight more or did you work together better?
Together more.
We'd work together more because our dad was there.
Oh, so dad is the one who makes sure you don't pull out sabers and start fighting. Did you like working on this piece? And if so, yeah, why?
No, it was too fast. My hands hurt.
You took too fast tempo.
My arms are gonna hurt more in the next piece.
Guys, you're so fun. Thank you for learning this and thank you for playing it for us. That was a lot of energy and yes, a lot of speed. If I were a dancer in that ballet, I probably would have asked you to slow down a little bit for me. Thanks. Okay, now we are going to be inviting again one of our younger members of the studio, Kate Lee. She's 8. Welcome, Kate, on the virtual stage. such a long and challenging piece, and you're playing it with so much love. What's the best about this piece? What's the best thing about it?
I like how it's pretty and like something dancing.
You like the dancing feel of it.
Yes.
You play with such intricate phrasing in there. You really make me feel every note in there. How do you make it? How do you do that?
I feel the phrasing and then how the notes feel.
Do you sing along?
I listen while I play.
You listened really well. And I know you prepared a project. And it's a very special one.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about it.
My project is a piano and violet duet with my friend Ellie.
Welcome, Ellie.
I'm playing the theme from Witch's Dance by Paganini.
How did you girls decide to do this project? This feels so good.
We picked a song and we were trying to agree on which song we really liked. And we came up with the theme from Witch's Dance and we started playing that.
And when the first time you played it together, was it difficult? Could you stay together or were you falling apart?
We were kind of falling apart, so we needed a metronome.
You are very experienced musicians. Yes, metronome helps stay together. And I hope this is the beginning of a long-term duet. Maybe you will continue to play together and enjoy music making together and learn a lot more pieces. This is a fantastic project. Thank you, girls, very much. We will be moving on to our next presenters. And this is going to be a pre-recorded presentation from Snelbecker sisters, who are currently in Spain. And we're hoping that their internet connection is going to hold on and we'll be able to hear some news from them. They're on a long European trip. That'll be so exciting to hear from them. But first, let's see the musical presentation. was a fabulous duo of Snelbecker girls, and I can see that they were able to log in. Let's have a greeting from France. I messed this up last time. Girls, so good to see you.
Hi.
Tell us where you are and how your trip is like.
We're in France right now. It's going well.
What did you see?
We saw Paris and Tours. We went to Paris and we toured the Eiffel Tower and went to Versailles.
Oh, wow. That's so exciting. And your next destination is Spain?
Yes, we're going to Spain.
Yeah, right now we're driving through France. Like, we're going to southern France right now.
And it's very late in the evening there right now, right?
It's
No.
8:45.
Okay, are you enjoying French food, French music?
Yeah.
Great. And I want to ask you about working on those recordings. That duet sounded like you girls were having fun. And I know your dad was turning pages for you and he does not read music. Tell me more about it.
We just had to figure out how to, like, cue him to turn the pages.
What about working on the piece itself? What was the funnest part of it?
I think when we learned how to play it well and we could play it together, just work on the speed and playing together, that was fun.
It's a very circus-like piece. Do you like circus?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's been a long time since we could go to the circus. I can't wait. I want to go to a circus and hear some of that music in there in the show. And you recorded also solo pieces. I know Kaita did and Emily did. Tell us a little bit more about your solo pieces, which we will hear later in the program. And I know it's going to be past midnight where you are, so you're not going to be logging in again. Tell us a little bit more about these pieces, and then I'll let you go.
I really liked playing it, and I just really liked the ending.
What did you like about the ending so much?
Because it had a glissando.
Yes, it does have a glissando, and for those who are watching and who don't know what that is, it's one of the funnest ways of playing piano. Just wait a little bit longer, it's going to show up. And the name of your piece is kind of wacky, don't you think?
Yeah.
Tell us what it is.
I kind of forgot. Wait. Yeah.
Oh, I remember. It's called Mary Gnome. Just,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and it's by a living composer, Sergei Zubkovsky. And the composer, hopefully, is watching too, and he is in Russia. So you're in France, I'm in the United States, and the composer of the piece you're playing on that recording is in Russia. Now, Katya, tell us about your piece.
I think that it was really fun once I had, like, the time to, like, memorize it. I feel like it got a lot more fun as I sped it up to the tempo it's supposed to be at.
And what's the best part of that piece for you?
I think I really like the octave parts, like, in the center. That was, like, the main melody, but with octaves. That was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm. So let's wait till we hear that recording from Kaisa. Thank you, girls, so much for going through all the hurdles of finding the spot where you can log in and for giving us your comments. It was so great to see you. I hope your trip continues really, really well and you come back really enriched and happy and enjoying every stop of your trip. And be safe.
Thank you.
See you. And these were Snelbecker girls who are currently in France, traveling with their family, their parents, through France and Spain. They were able to join us on this live broadcast of the 100 Mill Music Studio. I'm going to reset the program for those who just joined in. This is a final year-end recital by the students of the 100 Mill Music Studio. And this is happening live. Everybody is logging in into the broadcast studio and performing in real time. And we will be moving on to the next performer. Welcome on stage, Bradley Zhao. what a challenging piece. Thank you very much for learning, putting all this hard work into this and playing it today. That was a great pleasure to hear you. And we'll be moving on to our next performer, and that'll be our younger member of the studio. Let's welcome on virtual stage Abby Nossaman. Welcome, Abby. These were really powerful last chord sounded like a real Beethoven in there. What's your favorite thing about learning this piece?
My favorite thing about learning this piece was some of the mini challenges, and the challenges kind of made it fun. And one of my favorite challenges was learning to remember to play quieter, and learning to play quieter on the middle part and not just playing the whole thing loud. And I just...
You're a powerful pianist, so you like to play loud. I do too. Yeah, but there's a lot of variety in those pieces. And I know you have a project. You prepared the project to the theme, My Love for Music. I can't wait to see it.
piece so that I could represent how I felt in piano, and I know that piano pieces are exciting and they have many twists and turns, and I feel like every piece is its own maze that you have to find your way through, and that it's really fun to do. And so I composed a short little piece that I like to play, and I think it really represents how I feel about piano.
Very cool. Oh, we can see the score. That's a phenomenal composition. And with all of those repeated notes, I might have trouble playing it. Now, as an author, can I get your permission to offer it to perform for some other people in the studio?
Okay.
Okay, you know you're entitled to copyrights. You're a real composer now. Ask your dad what copyrights means, and I'm going to be expecting this score which we saw on screen with your signature. Can I get that?
Yeah.
Thank you, Eddie. That was a phenomenal project, and I enjoyed watching it and listening to it. We'll be inviting on stage our next performer, one of the youngest members of the studio, Gonyea. Is only 7. Welcome, Leah. Wonderful to hear your joyful performance of Bach piece. Lots of people think Bach is a very old, ancient composer, really boring. Do you find it boring?
No.
Why not?
Well, I like how you get to go soft, medium, loud.
So you like the changes of dynamics? Yeah, I also find it very cool. And I know you have a project To those of people who are just joining us on our live broadcast, I want to remind everyone that every student is invited to present a project on this theme, My Love for Music. And I know Leah and her sister prepared one. So I'd like to see it. Yes, here is Marcella joining. Let's see what you prepared. It's always a surprise. My students don't tell me what they're going to prepare. So I'm here for a lot of interesting surprises. Let's put the girls full screen so we can see it.
For our project, we made a poster to go along with our song that we will be playing and singing. Here is the song that we found. I will be singing and Marcel will be playing the piano. Tick tock, tick tock. My grandfather had a clock, kept on ticking, never stopped. It was big and it was tall, with its back against the wall. Tick tock, tick tock. This is what the clock would say. Tick tock, tick tock. Here's the time of day. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tick tock, tick tock. My grandfather had a clock, kept on ticking, never stopped. It was big and it was tall, with its back against the wall. Tick tock, tick tock. This is what the clock would say. Tick tock, tick tock. Here's the time of day. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's the poster.
Oh my goodness!
We have
Let's make it full screen one more time so we can really see everything.
Here's the poster that we made.
So that's- Go for it. Explain.
I will be presenting a project because Marcella has a sore throat and has lost her voice. She is really sad she can't help with presenting. On our poster, we drew a clock because that is what the song is about. We also drew a bunny on the poster to show how the right hand plays staccato notes, just like how a bunny jumps. Marcella and I baked cookies that we glued them onto the poster. The cookies are shaped as notes and have the colors orange, pink, and yellow. These colors are very bright and represent the brightness of the song. As you can see, we also drew the ocean. The reason we did this is because the ocean moves up and down when there are waves and can be very quiet and still when there are none. This is like music because music can move up and down with its dynamics and phrasing, and all music has emotion.
Hope you enjoyed our project.
Oh my goodness! That's such an imaginative, beautiful project. I hope I can get a picture of this to keep. Or maybe you bring the project itself so I can pick the cookies. No, just kidding. You girls are fantastic. What a heartwarming, beautiful, beautiful project and wonderful performance. Thank you so much. We'll be inviting on stage our next presenter. And please welcome on the virtual stage, Iliana Rong. What a wonderful performance of this very unusual, challenging piece by Schumann. I know we had lots of deep discussions about Schumann and this piece, and this was a challenge, wasn't it, Iliana?
It was.
Was it a rewarding challenge? Tell us more about the piece and your relationship with it.
Yes, definitely. It was really stressful to practice because every single part felt like I was dangling over a cliff, but it was really rewarding when I got to perform it and just bang on a piano for 3 minutes.
And I know you also have a project prepared.
Yes.
Surprise us. And just a reminder to everyone, the projects which students are presenting is dedicated to the theme, My Love for Music. Can't wait to see yours.
Okay, yeah, so I will be presenting a poem that I wrote called 6 Reasons Why I Should Be Practicing Piano Right Now. 1. Of course, I enjoy performing. Look, I get to say to the audience, look at me and the beauty I make with my fingertips. There is a vicious joy to be found in moving, and pianists have always been dancers with a very heavy prop. When I get there, is there any music I cannot spin out of wood and muscle? But the getting there, oh, the getting there. 2. The thing is, I told my friend once, 13 and perched atop my piano bench as though it were a throne. The thing is, it's not that I don't like playing piano. It's just that I don't like practicing. No one likes practicing. And yes, isn't that a truth worth repeating? No one likes to do difficult things. What a shame. We must first climb the mountain to see its view. 3. We pass notes written by dead men. Morbid, yes, but we're all slowly dying. So, nothing lasts forever, I'm told, except legacy, and romance is dead, I'm told, maybe buried with Debussy, but Claire de Lune survives, and the dead rise again and live on, and their corpses find their ways to our pianos, and their skeletal fingers guide ours over the punctured pulse points of their passion. The dead pass their notes to me, and I read them to an audience who hears the crescendos but can never see what I see. And what I see is 4. Claude Monet's Water Lilies when I play Chopin. Languid, romantic pieces drip like ice cream on a hot summer day. The one I performed today looks like several small cupcakes all lined up in a row. How do I show you the pictures music creates in my head? 5. Express yourself, my parents tell me whenever I hit a plateau in my progress. Just let the emotions out. And I would if I just knew how. If I could just get the timing down on this transition, just float my fingers a little lighter over these staccatos, take a deeper breath, change the pedal more, clear up this scale, phrase this, balance that. If I could just get it right. 6. I should really cut my fingernails. Make sure they aren't clacking on the keys. Then sit down, try again. I don't have a lot of time these days. I really should be practicing piano. Thank you.
Oh my goodness, Iliana, I was listening to this poem and it is so elegant and so profound, and I'm going to ask you to promise me that you're going to put it on a hard copy and sign it, and I'll keep it in the studio and pass it along to the younger students. This is beautiful and deep and humorous and elegant. It's everything. You're fantastic, and your presentation was so captivating. Thank you so much. I share your feelings, by the way, about 6 reasons to practice piano. Here's my beast, and I need to practice. Thank you very much. We will be inviting on stage next fabulous pianist. Welcome, Kaiden Griggs. wonderful, heartfelt performance, Kaiden. I really enjoyed your Mendelssohn. What was the hardest and the most favorite part of working on this piece for you?
I don't know, probably memory, because my dad kind of figured it out, because it's called delirium, because there's so many repetitive parts that you could just easily like go around and around in circles.
So that was the hardest part. What about the favorite part?
I don't know, just like getting the piece correct, because just the feeling of accomplishment from finishing and like memorizing the piece.
That's a great point you're making. That feeling of accomplishment when you, like Iliana was mentioning before, you're climbing that mountain, but then you can see the view from the peak of it once you accomplish some challenging task. I love that point. I'm going to steal it and make it my day mantra when I'm tackling myself very difficult things. Thank you for sharing that. It was wonderful to have you, and it was wonderful to hear that really, really beautiful piece in your, under your fingers. Thank you. We will be inviting on stage the next performer. Welcome back, Wesley Zhao. Wesley, thank you very much for performing this fabulous piece. And you're a real artist, real performer. I messed up the order of people, and you were not supposed to be performing. I called your name, and you said, okay, I'm performing. I applaud that. Fantastic composition. You're an experienced performer. Give me your fist. So what did you enjoy working on this piece?
I mostly enjoyed like it was fast but soft, and I didn't have to play it really loudly with like the other pieces I've had.
So it was a difference. It was a change. So you like softer pieces now. I thought you were a boy, so you need to play saber dances. I guess you're growing. And this is great. Thank you very much, Wesley. It was a great pleasure to hear you.
Thank you.
We will be inviting on stage our next performer, Arda Alpan. And this time I double-checked the order. So it is Your turn. Welcome, Arda. Arda, you're getting messages from Russia. There are people all over the world watching this performance, and you guys are amazing. Don't touch this. You guys are amazing at being able to just perform on camera like it's nothing. There's a whole world of audience out there, and you're sharing your music to so many people. That's so pleasant. What was the most enjoyable part for you to work on this piece?
I think once I had the left hand, all the chords mostly memorized, and it was a playable state with both hands when I was able to put it together. I think that was probably the best feeling, is not completely finished, but I was getting there.
Yeah, so you had the foundation there, and then that's my dog, welcomes you. That's excellent. He's part of the studio, so he likes to add his voice to our performances too, and he's not afraid of camera either. And so, what did you do after you were able to set that foundation of your piece, and then started to enjoy it? What was the most enjoyable thing after that?
Um, I think the most enjoyable part was just playing it for me because the piece sounds almost like you're floating on the clouds. And also just working on the mechanics of the balance between the left and the right hand, and how the left hand has to be very quiet while also the right hand has to maneuver with the like the speed and the how loud it is.
That's really interesting, intricate work to work out the rubato in the air, the freedom, and the relationship between the hands. I'm glad you're pointing this out. This can be daunting, but it also can be very, very intriguing work, don't you think? Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Arda, very much for bringing this beautiful Chopin piece and giving us a little peek preview into the back mechanics of working on it. Great job. I enjoyed it very much. Our next performer is one of the younger members of the studio. Let's welcome on stage Lucia Tang. you're getting a standing ovation. You know why? Because a little mistake like this can happen to the most polished professionals. My age, it happened to me, and I'm very experienced at performing. And you held up so well. You did not give up. You kept playing, and then you kept playing expressively. That's the most important part. You didn't go like, oh, I hate this. No, you went like, okay, this happened. I'm just going to continue and give my best to the beauty of this music. Brava. I appreciate this very, very much. And I know you have a project. Tell us about it.
My project is a song from the book The Ballad of the Songbirds and Snakes. It is a book written by Suzanne Collins, and there were a lot of songs in there that weren't actually, they didn't have actual tunes. So I went on YouTube and I found this woman who actually turned them into real songs. And I decided that, like, since she could do it and it was on the guitar, why couldn't I do it on the piano? And it's a zoo lullaby, so don't fall asleep.
And so you did this song by ear.
I did.
Wow.
And I added pedal with it. It was a bit challenging at first because I couldn't like match the left hand and the right hand too well.
My goodness, but you did. So you found the notes for the left hand and for the right hand, and you figured out how to match it, and you added the pedal, and you're going to sing as well? Impressive. Can't wait.
Down in the valley so low, late in the evening, hear the train blow, hear the train blow, hear the train blow, late in the evening, hear the train blow, go, build me a mansion. Build it so high, so I can see my true love go by. See him go by, see him go by, so I can see my true love go by. Go, write me a letter, send it by mail, bake it and stamp it. Capital jail, capital jail, capital jail. They can stamp it to the capital jail. Roses are red, violets are blue. Birds in the heavens know I love you, know I love you, know I love you. Birds in the heavens know I love you. Roses are red, violets are blue. Birds in the heavens know I love you, know I love you, know I love you. Birds in the heavens know I love you.
What a beautiful song, and what a wonderful cover you created for this. I love your expression. I love your voice. This was fantastic treat. Thank you, Lucia, very, very much. We will be inviting on stage the next performer. Welcome, Julian Chen. Bravo, Julian! Bravo! You make this seem like so easy. Is it an easy piece?
Not really.
Just not really, or is it a hard one?
Pretty hard. Some parts are really hard, such as the octaves and some of the really fast passages.
But you make it so elegant. How did you work on it? What did you do to make it sound so flowy?
I drilled the parts that were hard and I practiced really efficiently, and I also I also listened to my wonderful mom.
That always helps to listen to mom. What's your favorite part of the piece? Is that the slow opening or is it the fast one?
I really like the very fast passages because it really feels good to play with very fast velocity, but I also liked the andante section because of the very melodical feeling.
And the good feeling of the melody in there. You give such a wonderful contrast between the first melodic section and the very fast one. And your fingers were just flying. That was so enjoyable. And I know you have a very special project. I just want to remind everyone that every student in the 100mm Music Studio has an opportunity to present a project at the end of the year, which is dedicated to their expression of their love for music. And I can't wait for Julian's project.
Hello everyone, for my project I composed 5 pieces, each representing one day of the weekdays: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. For Monday, I imagined Monday rhymes with fun day, so it should be a very fun piece. Tuesday rhymes with, well, it basically is 2, like the number 2, plus day, so it's basically like friendship, and it should also be very cheerful. For Wednesday, however, it sounds more like Wednesday, and winds do not sound happy at all for my part. And then for Thursday, I didn't have really any feeling for it, but I just thought it was very merry. And then for Friday, every time when I think about Friday, I always think about being fried. So I thought, well, it's not quite so happy to be baked in an oven. So my project consists of a video of a presentation that shows all my pieces composed. Monday to Friday. Monday. Tuesday. Wednesday. Thursday. And finally, Friday.
Yes, Julian, you are a real composer, and you know what I was thinking? If you want to make $1 million, do you want to make $1 million?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things you can get done with $1 million. I think those compositions are phenomenal ringtones. I want the Friday one and the Tuesday, the one for the friendship. So Tuesday and Friday, I'm gonna get in line for your next project when you turn this into ringtones and start selling them on Apple. Can I get a gift from you for those two ringtones?
Yes.
Julian, that was fantastic project. Thank you so much for your beautiful playing and for your really, really cool project. That was very, very enjoyable. Now we'll be moving on to a very special guest of our studio, a performer who does not study with me. Maybe I should be studying with him, actually. So everyone who is watching and maybe thinking about sending their students to our studio, please don't. I don't teach jazz. And that is the form of music which I absolutely admire. So we have a very special invitation. We'll be joined by Greg Nossaman. Yes, his two students are studying piano with me, but at some point I think I'm going to give up and say, well, Greg, you have something very special. Welcome on stage. Greg, I'm melting. Can I sign up for your lessons, please?
Trust me, I learn a lot more from you than you'd like to admit, probably.
Oh, I want to learn that. Boom, boom. That was so cool. Tell us a little bit about your journey to the jazz piano. You're such a fabulous pianist.
So when I was 12, I was in a piano concerto competition, and right before the cadenza, it was a Mozart concerto in E flat major. I froze right before the cadenza, totally froze, like not even like picking it back up. Like it was in front of a live audience, like world's worst nightmare. And then I started playing something in E, and I sort of vamped until I came back. And afterward, I did horribly in the competition, of course. But afterwards, my teacher was like, "Have you thought about, maybe this summer taking a break from classical and maybe trying jazz?" I was like, "I'll try it." So it's a bad thing when your teacher tells you to stop playing classically, but I think that happened to me. And I got the bug. I met a few musicians and got really lucky and really got hooked on it.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of something supposedly devastating turning into something so beautiful as your jazz skills, and oh my gosh, you're melting my heart when you play. This is a great lesson to everyone. Play poorly in the competition, you might find your real voice.
I still relive the competition though, and I probably played 10,000 gigs, and that's one of the only things I really replay. So musicians are hard on ourselves unnecessarily.
You're right, but I'm so grateful for you stepping in and giving our recital such a fresh sound and fresh approach to piano. I admire everyone who can just learn to improvise. That's a totally different skill. We play everything what was written by others, and you make up your own as you go. I want to learn that. I'm putting it on my calendar, and right here on the public broadcast, I'm going to get you agreement that you will take me as a student.
I don't know I have much to offer, but whatever I can. I gain a lot from you, and frankly from watching your students. They're all very inspiring.
Thank you, Greg. Yes, you have a lot to offer. And thank you very much for supporting your students, for playing piano beautifully, for setting an example to everyone, and for keeping up with your love for music. I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We'll be inviting on stage our next performer, one of the youngest members of our studio. Welcome, Olivia. Thank you, Olivia. What an elegant performance of this sonatina. What do you like most about working on this piece?
Well, I like most about like I feel like it's really jumpy. I like the jumpiness, and I felt like it was really enjoyable.
Your performance certainly was very, very enjoyable, and you had both the jumps and a very smooth, beautiful legato in there. Thank you very much for making this piano sound so beautiful for us and for sharing your performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a good day. We'll be inviting next performer. Welcome on stage, Marcela Gonyea. Welcome. You're getting the standing ovation. Marcela, I know you have no voice to speak, so just give me a thumbs up and thumbs down. Was it a difficult piece for you to play? You had to work really hard and very unusual, isn't it? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Thumbs up. And I know you're embarking on a journey of becoming a chamber musician. Is it a scary or is it exciting? Scary? No, scary. Wait a minute. Scary? Is it exciting? It's both, right? Okay. Marcela, thank you for playing this beautiful, very unusual piece coming from a composer from my country, from Russia. And thank you for being courageous and strong and practicing hard. It was a joy to hear you tonight. Bye. We will invite on stage our next performer, one of the younger members of the studio. Welcome on virtual stage, Harry Chen. Here, that was a great piece. Let's not play around with the control keys on the computer and just listen to my question. Look, you got comments coming to you. Okay? Yeah. There is another comment coming to you. That was a great, brilliant piece you just played. What's the most enjoyable part of learning this piece for you?
I like playing the piece a lot, as well as how the piece was composed. Like it has I think it has a story to it. So I just like it.
You suddenly made it like a very interesting story from one part of the keyboard to another, from one dynamic level to different. Did you think of a story as you were playing it?
Well, I was more focusing on playing it correctly, not really, so thinking of the story.
Yeah, so the story was our part to imagine. That was a great, great performance. And I know you have a project prepared. And I'm just reminding everyone the theme of the project, which students are presenting today, is My Love for Music. So I can't wait to hear your project. It's a surprise to everyone. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and present your project. Ooh, some interesting preparation coming. Oh, violin showed up. And Mom, thank you for supporting your 3 children in this journey of learning the music.
We finished composing 2 hours ago, so we don't have time to rehearse and don't have time to practice. I'm sure I'll mess up big time, which will be a comic relief for everyone. So just laugh it off, okay?
That sounds to me like Mozart's preparation of Magic Flute. He was finishing to write the orchestration of it 20 minutes before it was supposed to be premiered.
And this composer is picky. He is not that easy to play, so I will mess up big time. But
Go for it.
Music is his. So.
The love for music is what counts here, not just the correct notes. Go for it.
Oh, goodness. Okay, hold on. I have to remember what to do.
see mom and son duet. That's so heartwarming. You guys are fantastic, and this music making is it's really the one of the best things to do as a family, don't you think?
Myself to do this is just once a year.
Yeah, that's a good suggestion. Maybe we should make it twice, no, three, four times a year.
No.
No.
Too much stress. I was thinking, I mean, we get kids to play piano recital. The stress level is so high. My goodness.
But you did so great, and what you're sharing with everyone who's watching is this love, the glue, the which keeps people together and creates those unforgettable memories. Many years from now, here he's going to be remembering those moments very fondly.
I tell myself, the more input and participation, the more you get out of it. So this will be memorable, right?
Yes, and it was very stately composition here. I liked the royal feel of it. Great composition, wonderful. We have some phenomenal parents in the studio who are putting their heart and their talent into this process and very involved, and I'm very grateful for that.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for showing this wonderful project. And next, we will be inviting on a virtual stage Catherine Snelbecker, and she is currently, if you saw the earlier part of the program, the three Snelbecker girls are currently on a trip in Europe, and they're in France. They joined us from their hotel room to greet everyone. They have pre-recorded their performances, and this will be Catherine Snelbecker's solo performance. Enjoy. And this was virtually hello coming to us from Catherine Snelbecker, who is traveling with her family in Europe currently. Earlier, the three sisters were able to join us and greet everyone from France. And this was a pre-recorded participation in the recital. Everybody else in this recital are performing in real time. If you're watching, these kids have not pre-recorded their performances. All of this is happening right now. And we'll be welcoming on stage our next performer. Welcome, Joel Chen. Bravo, Joel. Thank you for bringing this piece. It's not the most common piece to perform. Did you like learning it?
Hey, could you say that again? I didn't hear you.
Did you like learning this piece?
Yeah, it was hard because there were some new aspects, like you really had to balance the right hand and left hand because sometimes the melody was in the right hand, sometimes it was in the left hand. And then there was a lot of hard spots where you had to match the hands because there was a lot of staccatos and fast notes, so it's kind of hard to match the hands.
You did a great job conquering all those challenges and crossing the hands and jumping real quick back and forth. And do you like working on hard pieces, or would you rather play something easy?
It's like a challenge, so it's fun, especially when you, in the end, you do well.
Yeah, and you did really well. And I know you prepared the project, and all of the projects are surprises to me as your teacher. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to be sitting here and really looking forward to hearing what it is. Tell us about it. So tell us, is this a cover of somebody's song? Is it from a movie, from a game? Where is this music coming from?
So I composed it myself. So like one day I was just like playing with myself. So and then I got a tune in my head, and then I tried to play on the piano, and I wrote it out on a piece of like sheet music, and then it turned into this piece.
This is a really cool piece. I honestly was thinking, well, maybe I can get a sheet music for it somewhere. Where did you buy it? Can I get a sheet music? Maybe someone else in the studio would want to play it.
I put it online, so I guess I could share it.
That would be great. We'll put it on the website for our studio for anyone who wants to try out it. This is a really, really cool piece. It's a little challenging, I can see. So people might have to work a bit hard on those passages, just like you did on the sonata you played today. You're passing on the challenge to others, right? Great. It was very enjoyable, Joel. Thank you very much. We'll be presenting our next performer, and this will be Emily Snelbecker, the third of the sisters who are traveling. They are not joining us in real time performing from their location because they're on the road traveling through European countries. Here's Emily Snelbecker. This was a hello from Emily, who's currently traveling, and she pre-recorded her piece for this final recital of our studio dedicated to piano show pieces and show literature. And we're very grateful for the piece, which was written by a living composer, Sergei Zubkovsky. I hope the composer is watching, and maybe we can get some comments on the performance of this wonderful piece. And thank you, Emily, for learning it and performing it so brilliantly. We'll be inviting on stage the next performer, and welcome on our virtual stage, Erin Chet. beautiful piece and what a wonderful performance of it. Very, very emotional. I know you chose the piece and you convinced me to work on it. Tell us a little bit why you chose the piece.
So this is one of my favorite pieces, and I just really love how much feeling you're able to express through it. And like, it's not as technically hard as some other pieces, but it's hard in that you have to put a lot of artistic into it. It's like it's more kind of a piece like that describes rather than a piece that shows off your ability.
That is so true. Such a great insight into that piece. And I remember you used very convincing imagery, and you were very convincing, let's put it this way, when you were saying, that's the piece I really want to play for the final recital. And I'm glad you did. I really enjoyed working with you on it. And great performance. I know you have a project, and I don't know what it is, but I'm really, really looking forward to it. Go for it.
Okay, so yeah, my project is I wrote a poem based off of this piece, and this piece is originally from a poem as well, so it's kind of like a full circle. So I'm going to be reading the poem that I wrote. Yeah. Okay, so The Swan. The lake is quiet, calm and cold, glass-like waters, not new or old. She glides in sweetly, epitome of grace, her head is lifted, the moon on her face. Her feathers are made of silver silk, she sings a song, the flowers wilt. The skies above all know her pain, drifting forever in endless rain. Above the water, a picture of poise, below the waves she drowns without noise. Her eyes are wistful, her head bows low, death is blissful, or so she's told. The waves start rising, her time has come, she flutters in their frozen love. She raises her head, a final breath, the water drags her into dark depths. She's fighting and fought and winning and lost, and she leaves behind a trail of frost. The minute she's gone, the flowers forget that she was there and paid nature's debt. The lake is quiet, calm and cold, glass-like waters, not new or old. Yeah, that's the poem.
Wow. That is a very colorful and very emotional poem. You almost made me feel tearful reading this beautiful, beautiful piece and wonderful poem. And I would like to ask you to please put it in a hard copy so I can have it in the studio for September when we all come back to be in person. I would like everyone to see everybody's project. This would be a wonderful addition to it. Thank you, Erin, for thinking so deeply and so emotionally about the piece. And you even put a white dress. Was that a hint?
Yeah, it was a hint because I felt like it matched the mood of the piece, kind of.
Yeah, and the ballerina in this Swan Lake also wears that same color. This is a very, very, very colorful and imaginative reflection. Thank you so much for preparing it. We will be moving on to our final performance of today, and it's that moment today. This is our graduating senior, and I'm gonna cry. Presenting Antara Hebar. She's been a student and a member of our studio for many, many years, and she's leaving us after this recital, and I hope we stay in touch. So Antara, virtual stage is all yours.
Thank you.
Antara, what a joy! What a wonderful piece you chose for your final performance at the Hunter Mill Music Studio. I can't believe it's this time of life when you're embarking on your own adult journey. And I remember you're a little girl, very passionate about music and very hardworking and getting really angry when things didn't quite work out the way you wanted them to work out. And I want to say that it's been tremendous honor, privilege, and great treat to enjoy your company for so many years. And now to you.
Yeah, same for you, Masana. I guess you asked me to make a little graduation speech, so I didn't really prepare anything, really, but I'm just going to go off the top. And first of all, obviously, thank you so much for mentoring me for the past 11 years, not only as a pianist, but also as a young adult. And piano has become such an important thing to my life, as well as music. So important that I actually even wrote my Common App essay about it, which is, if you don't know, like the main essay I used to get into college. And I wrote about how the biggest lesson I learned from piano was that confidence always comes from within you, and failures don't define your future. As a kid, I really had a hard time with performance anxiety. I think that was like my biggest struggle as a pianist overall. But from all the times I've stopped in the middle of performances and stuttered, I think I've really learned from that, not only as a pianist, I'm now able to, I actually enjoy performing, but I also, what was I going to say? I also am now able to public speak and give presentations without much thought too. So piano has helped me not only as a musician, but also as a person. But thank you for that.
Thank you, Antara, very much. And I want to ask you, off the cuff, what do you think would be the most important thing for young people who are the same age as you were when you started to remember? Some really quick, very important advice. And here's my dog joining us. And also, I want you to maybe speak briefly of the advice you want to give to parents of the very young children who are just starting.
Yeah, so I'm sure many of you guys can relate to this. As a young pianist, I hated to practice. I never wanted to practice. I never wanted to go to the piano. But I would say this, I guess this applies both to parents and children, but just stick with it. I know that learning the fundamentals of piano can be a bit tedious at times, but once you have your scales knocked down and the Russian books and all your fundamentals, I guess, it really becomes enjoyable and it's worth it. It's worth your time, it's worth your effort, and it teaches you a lot of life lessons.
Thank you, Antara, so much. And like I said, I hope our journey is going to continue. I hope you'll come back to the studio, and there's a wonderful comment for you coming. Yeah, just go ahead and read it. Someone is sending you their greeting. And I hope very, very much to keep in touch with you, to keep being your cheer, to follow your successes and your failures. Like you said, there's going to be a lot of both. And I hope the 100 Mil Studio will forever stay your another home, that you'll come back to us again and again.
Back during college. So
yes.
I'll be doing, maybe you'll see me, I'll be doing some independent work in college or changing work, but I'll definitely be back.
Wonderful. Thank you for being with us, and thank you for being who you are and for sharing your talent and your beauty.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye, Antara. And this concludes our, yes, fantastic advice from Antara, grade 18 students. They have a lot of wisdom to share. Thank you for your comments. And we come to the conclusion of the end of the year 2021 recital. We had a lot of recitals this year, 6 virtual recitals. The students and the parents and everyone in our community worked very hard towards those presentations, and it kept us going, kept us enjoying and appreciating and preparing for live performances. It was very enriching. I learned a lot about technology, so did my dog. And with this, I want to also thank the parents and support groups of all the students. I want to thank all of the viewers, our audience, for your comments, for your support, for your warm regards to our work and to our dedication to music. And a lot of thanks are going to our team, the production team of all these performances and concerts. Thank you very much to Igor Zubkovsky, who is the director of our productions. Thank you very much to Fran Rusinovich, who is a technical director and leading a now ever-expanding team and crews of our producers. Thank you, Ante Bozic-Kudrich, who is a technical assistant and becoming an independent producer too, and to Fyodor Uspensky, who is a creative director of our company, Virtual Concert Halls. And with that, I'm going to pass on to very short memories of how the Concerto Mill Studio started these virtual productions of our live concerts. That was more than a year ago. And with that, I'm also going to say goodbye to everyone. Have a great day, and I hope you join us again in our next performances. Bye now.